Hi, boys and girls. Miss Kathy here with another episode of Stupendous Summer Science. And we are going to start with a story. This one is called, Oh No! Or How My Science Project Destroyed the World. Written by Mac Barnett and illustrated by Dan Santat. So let's see how her science project destroyed the world. We have a lot of fancy drawings on the inside page here. Scientific-y looking stuff. Please stand by. Oh no. Oh man. I knew it. I never should have built a robot for the science fair. Everything was going so well until the rampage started, that is. So she's showing off her results from her scientific experiment. Everyone else is standing there showing theirs, but the real one in the background is breaking through. I probably shouldn't have given it a super claw, or a laser eye, or the power to control dogs' minds. Looks like I'm going to have to fix this. Hey, robot, knock it off already! I should have given it ears. Cut it out, Buster. She holds up a sign to it and it reads it. Zooming in 10 times. Distance 40 yards. I should have taught it how to read. Holding up a sign did no good, it can't read. Take that! Bang! I should have programmed it to feel pain. Banging it on the foot didn't help either. Now she's running. And we have a lot of robot dogs chasing after her. I have an idea. She goes home, gets her glasses, reaches into a jar with a frog. She puts the frog under the science experiment, sends down jolts into his brain, and the frog is suddenly taught to destroy. Dun 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 dun. Toad, take your position. So the robot's coming over the hill using the radar eye, and the toad is going to assume his position to take charge. Toad, turn around! Robot's coming up behind. Toad, attack! The toad is taught to attack the robot. And the robot gets torn into pieces and plunged into the water. Goodbye, robot. Well, that worked out nicely. Now she has a giant toad behind her. Oh no. Oh man. There they are at the science fair. And now there's another hole in the wall. Just about the shape and size of toad. I knew it. And now we have a giant toad hopping over the city and even trying to catch airplanes. And we have more drawings on the back. We have a drawing of a giant toad, 60 times bigger than a normal toad. Yoop. Exposure time to particle ray. So how long you keep them in the ray determines how big they get. And other fancy drawings. And then on the end we have a picture of Mac Barnett. And Dan Santat as they fear for the coming of giant toad. Okay, this has been Miss Kathy. Stay tuned for some awesome, stupendous summer science experiments. Hi, boys and girls. So here we are for stupendous summer science, and we are going to do something with balloons. So, balloons and flames do not mix, right? Aha! Let's see when they might mix. We have here a perfectly wonderful yellow balloon, and we are going to light a candle. Now, as you can see, we are outside, so we are going to hope that this candle does not get blown out in the breeze. And then we are going to hold the balloon a foot or two away from the top of the candle, and we are going to get closer and closer. And I'm going to put on my safety goggles here because I think I know what's going to happen when you get a balloon too close to the candle flame. Yes, that is exactly what I expected, and probably what you expected as well. Okay, so let's go back and try this again and see if the same thing happens this time with this beautiful balloon. Okay, here we are. We are getting closer and closer to the candle. Wait a minute, the candle is not lit anymore. That would be a problem. Let us relight the candle. And then we will get closer and closer to the candle. Now, this is an experiment that you always need an adult to help with. We are getting extremely close to that candle, and nothing is happening to the balloon. What gives? We are right above the flame, and nothing is happening to our balloon. How could it? It took a long time though, didn't it? Until we actually touched the flame. And why was that? Because of water. It was, in fact, a water balloon. Not filled all the way with water, but filled part of the way, a little bit of water. And the water keeps recycling inside there so that the part that's taking up the heat from the candle flame goes to the top of the water, and the cool water comes down. And it keeps circling like that, keeping the temperature of the surface of the balloon a nice, cool temperature. Until you were touching it, I think. See, when I have my safety goggles on, I cannot see anything because I can't wear these glasses as well. So I think I got close enough to actually touch the flame, and that's when it just goes to extreme and goes pop. But until then, we were very, very close, and nothing had happened. So water was the key. Okay, stay tuned for another stupendous summer science. Hi, boys and girls. So we have another experiment with stupendous summer science with water. And have you ever wondered how a boat can float? If you drop something into water, you see that something heavy is just going to sink to the bottom. So how do those big steel boats made out of all that heavy material float? It has to do with density, or the mass per volume of the ship and its cargo compared to the density of the water. In this activity, we will find out more about that. So we have here a perfectly wonderful little piece of aluminum foil, and I'm going to fold it up, flattening all the air out of it until I can't make it any smaller. Let's see how small we can get it. Fold, 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 fold. It gets harder to fold the smaller you get, I do have to say. Okay. I don't think I'm going to get it actually folded over onto itself anymore. So, do we think this is going to sink? Let's find out. Nope. Down to the bottom it goes. Okay, so let's see if we can make a boat that will float and hold weight out of this same piece of foil. Let's fold it into a boat shape. We'll get it a little bit bigger here if we're going to put weights into it and see if it will actually hold them. Okay, here's our original piece of foil, and see if we fold it into a shape that looks like it may float. I have a boat shape here. Up on the sides, up on the ends. I have not tested out this experiment. I'm doing it based on the guidance of this book and some experiments off the internet. So, maybe it won't work the first time. And then what do we have to do? We have to keep trying, right? Try things different. That's what happens in science. Nothing is ever guaranteed to work the first time. Shape that looks something like a boat. And hold water on the side, outside, and let you put other things on the inside. Okay, here we have our little boat. Let's put that in the water tub here. See if we get that to float. Okay, that seems to be floating. Let's see if we can add some weight to it. We have some pennies here. Let's see if we can make it float with some pennies in it. Think it's going to sink with one penny in it?
Nope.
No, still going. How about 2 pennies? Still going. 3, 4. Good thing I have a lot of pennies here. We're doing good so far. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh. Oh, 11 brought it down at that tail end at least. But a lot more weight than we had been holding when it was in a tiny little shape, or when it was just an empty boat. We were able to load it up a lot more. Let's see if we dump the water out, if we build up the sides a little bit taller, if we can add any more to it. I think it just kind of gave out in this one corner here. Make that a little bit taller. Let's see, I'll take the one penny that drove it over the edge out. Let's see if we can add that extra penny back in. Keep it from sinking. See, it's all with the original shape of the boat. Now we're up to 12, because that was penny number 11 that made it sink last time. 13, 14, 15, a little water coming in from that low point down there, and 15. So it has to do with the construction of the boat largely too. If you had bigger, taller sides on it, then you would probably be able to put even more pennies in. But from this you can clearly see that density is the key. Let me read a little bit more about that. You can nope, no nice easy explanation on there, but we saw that the smaller shape, carefully constructed, would hold more weight than even the teeny little shape, which sunk straight down. So, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more stupendous summer science with Miss Kathy. Hi, another awesome, stupendous summer science experiment with water and Miss Kathy. So we have a full glass of water here. It is very full. This is going to talk about weightless water. We usually hear about water weighing so much and being very heavy when you have a lot of it together, and dealing with air pressure. So we have this glass filled to the top with water, and we have a piece of cardboard, an ordinary piece of day-to-day cardboard. Okay, while holding the glass steady, we are going to use our other hand to place the cardboard over the mouth of the jar, or of the glass here. And then, while gently supporting the cardboard with the palm of our hand, we're going to turn the glass upside down. And we're going to do this on top of a sink, just in case, or a basin here to catch it. Remove your hand from the cardboard. It should defy gravity by sticking to the glass. So let's see if we can get this cardboard to stick to the bottom of the glass. Ta-da!
Wow.
There you have it, folks. All that water inside should be pushing the cardboard away, you would think, but it is not. How does that happen? Well, here is the science behind weightless water. The force of gravity usually pulls things down. Without the cardboard, the water would simply pour out. However, placing cardboard on top of the glass stops any more air from getting into the glass. When the glass is turned upside down, a small pocket of air can be seen at the top. This is an area of low pressure, formed because the pocket does not contain many air molecules. The air molecules outside the glass want to move into the glass to try to make the air pressure the same out and in. As more air molecules push up against the bottom of the cardboard, the air pressure pushing up on the cardboard is increased, and the force is enough to hold the cardboard in place even when the water is pushing down due to gravity. Let's see if we can do it one more time here. A little bit of water leaked out, so I don't know if that's going to be enough. We'll probably have to have it, it's still pretty full. Let's see if we can get it to happen again, or if we need that completely full. Ta-da! Weightless water and stupendous summer science with Miss Kathy. Stay tuned. Hi, boys and girls. Another water suspension experiment with Miss Kathy and stupendous summer science. We have here an empty, clear Coke bottle, as you can see, and we have a little piece of screen that is going to fit over the top of this bottle, and we are going to secure it with the rubber band that I brought out with me, and I now do not see where for out the rubber band. Well, I'm going to run back right inside, I guess, and get the rubber band that I was sure was out here. Stay tuned, I'm coming right back. And we're going to put this rubber band over the screen and secure it into place. And then we are going to pour water in to fill up the bottle. And, well, you know what? I think I'm going to grab some toothpicks too, because we might need them as part of this. Always a good idea to have all of your supplies on hand before you start. So, I'm going to fill this bottle here with water. I'm pouring it over top of a bucket of water already, because sometimes it gets messy. Okay, so that is very full with water. Don't think any more can fit in there. We'll just try a wee little bit more. Not coming out so quickly, and see if we can get it all the way to the brim. Okay, so then we're going to hold our hand over the mesh screen and flip the whole bottle upside down. And what do you think is going to happen? Let us see. If I think I have a thing of water and I pour it upside down, I think the water is going to come out. But let's see what's going to happen with this case. Whoa! The water is not coming out. Keeping the bottle like this, push one toothpick through the little mesh screen and see what happens. Does any of the water run out? A few little drops here and there maybe, but nothing significant. So all that water inside, even though water runs through screen, is staying in there. Now we are going to hold the bottle over the pitcher and tilt it until the water flows back out again. I guess our bottle is so well filled, it is not going to flow back out. There's nothing I can do to get the water out of this bottle. Except what? What could I do to get the water back out of this bottle?
Take off the mesh.
Take off the screen, our audience says. So yes, we will try that. And then I think that will make a big difference. Whoa, look at that. So we can pour it all like that. So how does that work? Same idea. Surface tension. The surface of a liquid behaves like a thin membrane stretched out all over it. That is a force called cohesion, the attraction of smaller molecules to each other. The water stays in the jar even though your hand is removed because the molecules of water are all joined together through cohesion to form a thin membrane between each opening in the screen, all those tiny little squares. If you tip the jar at all, the air will come into the jar and break the seal. Of course, that did not happen in ours. We had such tightly woven screen, maybe that was the problem. That surface tension was so strongly built up. You can push the toothpick in even without completely destroying that tension. Though you may have noticed the 1 or 2 drops of water that did come out. So, that is how we explore surface tension with a little bit of wire mesh and a toothpick, a bottle, and of course, the water, and Miss Kathy. Thanks for watching Stupendous Summer Science. Stay tuned.